Hello everyone and welcome to another Pokemon Trading Card Game live video. My name is Jamie and today I'll be taking you through another deck which has come out from the most recent expansion, which of course is Black Bolt White Flare. But just before we do go into the video, if you do like this sort of content and you want to see some more content related to the Pokemon Trading Card Game, then as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button and of course like this video. So let's have a look at the deck of today. We're looking at a Lightning Toolbox, predominantly fueled by this card here. This is a new card, or kind of a reprinted card, from the original Black and White release. This is Eelektrik, 90 HP, has an attack in Electric Ball, which we're probably not going to be using, but does do 50 damage, worth noting. But it's predominantly for its ability here, Dynamotor. So Dynamotor, once during your turn you may attach a basic Lightning Energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. So pretty good. And with this, we can fuel for many different attackers, as we're about to see. So this is the new release. This deck has been around for a while, but it gains the Eelektrik, which makes it even stronger. So some attackers that we can include, we've got Miraidon EX here. So pretty solid attacker for 220. So we can power that up pretty easily. However, it also has tandem units as well, so we can search out for Miraidon and then use tandem unit. So once during your turn, you may search for two basic Lightning Energy Pokemon and then put them onto your bench and then shuffle your deck. So this is also very, very good. So if we get a Miraidon out, we can search out for our Tynamos, for instance. We can search out for, we can search out for more attackers, like for example, Iron Hand. This is another really solid attacker. So loads of decks rely on evolutions. So we can power up Ampu very much pretty quickly with this deck. So we can use Ampu very much, do 120 and knock out basic Pokemon, for instance. So if they're playing Charizard, for example, or Dragapult, then we can knock out the basic forms like the Charmanders, for instance, with like 70 HP or 8 HP. I think it's 70 HP. And and just take two prizes. That's the idea. So that's the idea behind Iron Hands. And then, of course, with Iron Hands as well, we can also use Arm Press if we want to. 160 damage is a bit more, but we just take the single prize card, unless, of course, you're knocking out an EX. So, other Pokemon we also include, we've also got a new addition from the latest expansion, which, of course, is Zekrom EX. Very, very similar to Reshiram. So slash 50 damage for double colorless, not really too relevant, although worth noting, but is mostly for this attack here, Voltage Burst, 130 damage plus 50 more for each prize card your opponent has taken. This does have a bit of a recoil effect though. It does do 30 damage to itself, so worth also noting if you do have, say for example, 200 damage already on this Zekrom. So but yeah, very good. Also, very, very strong late game as well. So we can also get some, I think even with like just 4 prize cards. If your opponent's taking 4 prize cards, then that's plus 200, 132, so that's 330. So you can pretty much knock out most things with that. So it's also very, very good. Other Pokemon that we also have as well. So we've also got a 1/1 line of Magneton in there for Overvolt Discharge as well. So we can utilize that in order to attach energy much quicker. Of course, the downside to that is that we do knock this Pokemon out, which means we concede 1 prize card. So, but that could also pair very nicely with Zekrom. So maybe that's something worth keeping in mind if your opponent has, I don't know, say 3 prize cards and you want to go for that big 330 knockout. You use Magneton, power up your Zekrom, and then you can hit that 330. So that could be a play. The other Pokemon that we have as well, also really, really interesting, Zeraora here. We'll also have this. Thunder Ray does 210 damage to one of your opponent's EX Pokemon that's on the bench. So really good. So very, very solid. And of course you discard all the energy, but that's not really too detrimental because we do have Eelektrik to power that back up. And a couple of the cards that we'll soon find out as well. So very good. Other Pokemon that we have, Latias, no-brainer really, because most of our Pokemon are basic, so it gives us free retreat. Mew EX for restart as well, and the turn 1 push with Squawkabilly EX as well there for Squawk and Seize, and of course we can ditch our Lightning Energy and then we can start getting them back by turn 2 with Eelektrik. So that is the idea. That is the Pokemon line. Then let's go to the trainer line. It looks a little bit like this. So probably one of the most important cards of the deck is the Electric Generators, of course. So this allows us to look at the top 5 cards of our deck, and then we attach 2 basic Lightning Energy cards in there to our bench Pokemon in any way that we like, or our bench Lightning Pokemon. So another energy acceleration in the deck. So we have Magneton, we have Eelektrik, and we have Electric Generators. So really, really aggressive, this deck, and certainly in terms of being able to power up our Pokemon very, very quickly. So we've also got that. Switch, we've got one switch for Ultra Ball, Arven's, Pokégears, not really too much to say about that. Future Booster, that is predominantly for our Iron Hands because that is a future Pokemon. So that's also pretty good, gives us free retreat, does a little bit more damage as well. So yeah, we can also do 20 more. There's a 140, thank you very much, 120, 140 we can get it up to. Also pretty notable, or pretty as a worth noting, so to say. I believe Pidgeot has 280, I believe, so they've got a Pidgeot and you put Future Booster plus Bosses, 140, 280, I believe that's a knockout. So another card that has come out from the recent set as well is Air Balloon, very, very good. Gives our Pokemon a -2 retreat cost. So that is really good, in particular with Electric. So all of our Pokemon are basic, minus this Electric. So if you get stuck in the active spot, then that's where we use our Air Balloon, and then we can just retreat that for free, basically. So that's the idea behind that. Rescue Stretcher, Prime Catcher, again, very good. This is our A-Spec of choice. And again, we can just bring up things and knock them out with Ampy very much. That is the idea. And then some other bits and pieces in here. Bravery Charm, Bosses, Ionos, Professor's Research. We've got 4 of those in there as well. So we're not really too over-reliant on things like Nest Ball, predominantly because we've got Miraidon in there. So as long as we use Nest Ball, get Miraidon, we can start searching out that way as well. So that is the idea. No Buddy in here. I mean, we do have Tynamos and Magnemites in there, but I don't really think it's necessary, especially with Tandem Unit. But you could add them if you wanted to, maybe play 1 or 2, depending on your preference. And of course, 13 Lightning Energy. That is the play there. So especially early game, that should be pretty good in terms of, I mean, odds basically, in terms of stacking the odds in our favor and using Electric Generator. So. And if we have a very clunky hand, say, you know, turn 1, for example, we can use Squawkabilly with Squawk and Seize and ditch most of them, and then we can get them back later on with Magneton and Electric. So that is the idea. But yeah, so it's a Lightning Toolbox deck. That's the idea of the deck. And yeah, just use Electric and power up our Pokemon, our Iron Hands, Zekrom for later game, for instance. I've got Zeraora there as well. So, but that is a theory. Again, it's a very, very aggressive deck. But let's go put it into practice. Let's play a game with it and see how it plays out. So let's go with heads. And see if we get it. We do not. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. I mean, I think. So although we rely on getting the Electric out, we also play like the generators in there as well. So it's not uncommon to be able to power up like a turn 1. I don't know, at least use Arm Press, for instance. However, we are going first, so that means we won't be able to attack anyway. Let's put, yeah, we'll put Miraidon active. Tynamo does also have free retreat as well, but we want to try and preserve that. Once we get Latias into play, then we can retreat Miraidon anyway, so it's not really too big of a deal. So Tandem Unit there, so we'll get, yeah, I think we're going first, right? So we can use Tandem Unit, Electric Generator attached for the turn. Pretty standard. Let's see what they're playing. So Fire could be Charizard. Could be Charizard. Yes, take 1 for the mulligan. Why not? Ah, nice. Okay, so that's good. What are they playing? What is that? Oh, Iron Hands. Man, that's a shiny Iron Hands. Okay, cool. Right. So let's Tandem Unit. Cool. Let's get another Tynamo. Why not? And let's get our Iron Hands there. Yeah, yeah, cool. Attach for we want to attach for the turn, but with Generator as well. We should deck thin. Yeah, Ultra Ball for. All right, let's just Generator. Cool, nice. 2 there. Look at that. It's so easy to power. I mean, if you hit the Generator and you get energies there, so easy to power up though. Cool. There's 3 there, so we just need the Latias. Next time we can ditch the Ultra Ball, get Electric attach. I think that we're good to go. I think that's good. Nice. So we can at least Arm Press. Okay, nice. So they have this is Dragabolt. So if we hit Bosses now, Bosses would be very useful, I think. Oh no, Badu. Oh no. Actually, do they even want it? I mean, I guess maybe they do. I was just thinking, that's dangerous play, that, I think. Alright. We could... Yeah, we can Arven here. We could get an air balloon and we can get that out of the active. I mean, it's not ideal. You want to be attaching that to your electric. But we'll take it. We'll I guess Prime Catcher. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Cool. Attach return. Nice. And this is hitting 210 on the bench, so we can actually hit that Latias as well. So this might be another a turn, another knockout there, basically. So let's do a tandem unit. Is there anything else we want? I guess maybe another Iron Hands for the moment. Try and get a second one powered up. Alright. Let's hit that again. Ideally we'd want Latias in play, but that's fine. So thank you very much. There we go. Take 2 prizes. Simple stuff. Oh, there's the Latias was a prize anyway. Okay, so we wouldn't have been able to search for it. Probably should have done a deck check anyway. Nonetheless, that's fine. We got rid of that. So yeah, we could, if we hit some more generators. So we need to get some in discard, right? We can get 2 Dynamotors there. So if we Ultra Ball. Alright, so we're going to Iono for 4 though, so... You know what, we can also just Prime Catcher, take up a Drakloak, knock that out, that's fine. And then next turn if we want, we can try and put a little more focus on getting out our Zeraora, and with Zeraora we can hit the bench there for 210. Another Badu. Okay, sure. Alright. Okay, they just conceded. So you can just see how aggressive this deck is, right? So you hit the Electric Generator. If you hit, it's like 2 energies. Attach one for turn. Next turn with Iron Hands, you haven't even got Electric out. And you're good to go pretty much. So, but yeah, very short game. Let's play another one. And let's play, yeah, just see how this goes. So let's play another game. Okay, so let's see if we get the option of going first or second. They called it right. They could choose. We're gonna go first. Okay, well that's fine. If we start Iron Hands or yeah, I mean even if we, well depending what we start, let's say so Mu's a good starter. Just gives us a bit more versatility. It's for Retreater. That's fine. Arven there, we can Arven from Miraidon, get Nest Ball. From Miraidon, yeah, from Miraidon. Sorry, Arven for Nest Ball, then get Miraidon, then tandem unit, and then we've got 2 generators. If we can hit some energy with that, that would be very, very ideal. So 2 and 2. That would be enough to use Ampy very much. Squawkabilly is 2. We can hit the Squawkabilly as well, actually. That would 120, hit that for weakness, 280. That would be a knockout. That's already 3 prizes. So, alright, let's see. I think I know this deck. Yes. Switching between active, placing damage. I think I know this. Might have reviewed it actually. Might have done a deck profile on this one, I think. Okay. Cool, alright, so that's not inactive anymore, that's fine. We can still, if we get, well, we'll see. We'll see. We can also go down the route of Zeraora as well. 210, we can hit the Squawkabilly on the bench. That would also be a knockout. That's not a bad play as well. Okay, there's a Latias as well. We can also hit that. Alright, I guess I don't know what we're playing here because well, they want to put more damage anyway on the Petron, so that's fine. Energy. Okay, can we amp you very much this turn? I think it's possible. If not, we can guarantee 2 prizes with the Zeraora, which you can knock out something on the bench like the Latias, for instance. That might disrupt them quite a lot, actually, if we go down the Zeraora route. But anyway, let's do that. Let's get Nest Ball, and we'll get a future booster. So Nest Ball into... We'll just get Squawkabilly as well. But I think we need to guarantee these plays. Tandem unit. Let's go with... there we go. And Tynamo. Stick Zeraora on the bench. Stick a future booster there. So, what are we thinking here? I guess we hit the Latias there and just stop them retreating all the time. Or we can just go with, that's 4 energy. I think, it's not a bad shout actually. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's just see how we do. Okay, 1 energy. Take that. I think that's a safer play here just because we hit 1. Just need 1 more energy with this one. We do get it. Yeah, so we wouldn't have been able to amp you very much anyway. So perhaps we made the right choice there. Let's Pokégear. Let's see. Nothing. Okay, that's fine as well. Let's restart. Cool. Not bad. Nicely set up for next turn. Zeraora into active. There we go. Thunder Raid. And let's hit 210 on that Latias. Gives us 2 prizes. And it means that they are not going to be able to switch anymore between their active Pokemon and hopefully stop putting damage onto us as well. Okay, they just conceded. Alright, so, I mean, we got like 2 games kind of with that. But you see like how not only just how aggressive this deck is, but how versatile it is as well. So Zeraora's a very, very good card in this deck. I really like it. So 210 hits a lot of numbers on the bench. Squawkabilly's, Fezandipitis, Ogapons and stuff like that. It's really, really strong in this deck. And then if you go just aggro Iron Hands as well, you can knock out those basic Pokemon, just take 2 prize cards. But I think this deck is really, really strong. Gains a lot from the new release, not just the Eelektrik, but also the Zekrom as well. Late games when you're facing down things like Charizards, Dragapult, so you can really hit those, one-shot those with Zekrom. So, but yeah. Let me know what you think of the deck. I'll leave it in the description box below if you want to check it out, and let me know what you think and perhaps what changes you would make. I think this deck is really, really strong, but you tell me your opinions and thoughts. But as always, if you do want to see more content related to the Pokemon Trading Card Game, then as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button and, of course, like this video. That would be amazing. Otherwise, guys, thank you very much for watching, and that was Eelektrik for you, and see you all in the next one.